Hey guys, today I'm talking about how I feel about open relationships, polyamory, and that sort of thing. This video is something someone requested. There is a context to it that I might talk about in future. Sorry about my hair, I'll fix it some other time. Where do we start? My default relationship types that I see myself having would be the standard types that you see in modern Western non-religious society. Non-committed stuff like dating and hookups, and monogamous committed relationships. If I did not find it so hard to find a girl, my default would be to have some fun and a few different relationships in my 20s, then eventually settle down and get married. Whether that's what I really want, I don't know, but that is the default. To have a girl just for me, who can give me 100% of the love, affection, and attention that she can give. When a girl came into the YouTube comments and asked how I feel about polyamory and non-monogamy, whether I'd date a girl who was poly, my answer was that I'd consider it if the opportunity arose, but also I'd have to consider what I'm getting out of it. Today, I think much the same. I'd say that I'm absolutely open to it. Sure, I'd go for it, but there are challenges and concerns. Like any relationship, I'd consider it carefully before making a serious commitment. Regarding the prospect of dating a girl who is poly, initially I could think of it like, so she has a boyfriend, as if I care. I'm an outsider, coming in, getting a net gain over my previous situation. I'm winning. She likes me, I like her, and that's what matters. So yeah, I'm cool with that. But then eventually, you're a guy with feelings for her, and then she meets a new guy. The tables have turned. You experience the reality of the situation that you entered into. Let's talk about jealousy. I do get jealous a lot. I am an emotional person, even if I seem dead on this channel. I am someone who worries a lot and has fears and doubts and gets stressed and sad. I'm not the most chill person. I'm not a robot. Just because you have a relationship structure and agreement doesn't mean that you're not going to feel emotions that run contrary to that agreement. And those emotions are entirely valid. Of course, if my girl was DMing other guys, flirting with other guys, kissing and getting pounded by other guys, I'd feel jealous. Who wouldn't? After a while though, I could get comfortable with knowing about their other partners to some extent. But inevitably, there's going to be someone new, or a new situation, something changes, and you're going to get jealous again. The anticipation is something. And if it's someone you know, it can send your mind into overdrive. For example, what if she's into someone from the Discord, from the YouTube comments, someone in the community, another YouTuber? What if that happens in the future? Even when something hasn't happened, you can feel jealous from the potential. You could call it dread, what could, might, or will happen. I know you can set boundaries to keep your sanity, but that could make them feel limited. And maybe I like playing with fire. Maybe I want an emotional roller coaster. Some people just want to watch their own world burn. Following on from the jealousy issue, you could have worries about the outcomes for you that could arise from the other guys. What if she loses interest in me? What if I lose her to someone else? What if she doesn't have time for me anymore because her plate is full with other guys and I get squeezed out or culled off as the person least worth keeping? An important question is whether someone can successfully balance and maintain multiple relationships when a lot of people struggle to maintain just one. Is she going to balance her time and give you enough attention and affection? Does she have that in her? It would be very easy to feel like they're losing interest in you if you're not getting enough attention. Honesty and openness is another important factor. I think that's something that is really important to guys, where a single slip-up could crash your confidence in that person. If you know the situation, you can be a bit more calm. If you have trust, there's less to worry about. There's less fear of what you don't know. In the initial stages, is there much difference to a normal situation anyway, with a non-poly girl? Most girls in the dating market are seeing other guys, or at least talking to other guys. Of course your one-itis got filled up by Chad while you were thinking of what to message her. It was interesting to hear in Todd's recent video about some of the Discord and YouTube e-girls who are chatting up lots of guys in the community and sending nudes to everyone, flirting with everyone. Well, everyone except me, I guess. Even if you get into a normal committed relationship, most girls have a backup guy who they talk to regularly. You're never truly safe from competition. Girls are always on the market, always looking. All girls belong to the streets. But generally, I probably would feel less stressed, worried, jealous, etc. in a committed monogamous relationship compared to a poly relationship. Are there situations where I might consider initiating an open relationship myself? Maybe. If I was in a relationship or considering one with someone who couldn't satisfy me somehow, it could be worth considering. Maybe they couldn't give me enough time and attention, or meet often enough. Maybe my emotional or physical needs weren't being met, but I still liked them. Maybe a long-distance situation where we couldn't see each other. Maybe a long-established relationship or marriage that was losing its spark. Opening things up could be a solution. Another scenario is if I had more options. If I ever became a successful YouTuber, like hiding in my room with over 100k subs, if there were a number of girls who wanted me, it would be nice to have a main girl who could be with me most of the time, always there to love and support me, while letting me live the YouTuber life of sleeping with lots of different viewers. That would be awesome, but as someone who doesn't really have that many options, that kind of lifestyle is just a fantasy. In the real world, I don't have many options. A girl would benefit from an open relationship much more than I would. My options would be basically her and hookers, with any other opportunities very rarely coming up, if ever. And I don't even get good service from paid encounters, so in most cases I wouldn't care much about being able to see one, if I could get a better experience from my girl anyway. On the other hand, any girl has infinite options which they could enjoy in an open relationship. So I'd have to ask myself, what could I gain? I don't think there's much to gain in me initiating a poly relationship, except in particular situations. It's unlikely that I'd become a poly guy who only seeks poly relationships in the same way that some girls are poly. I do enjoy experiencing different women. They have different characteristics and appeal and are different in the way you connect with them, but I'm aware that I'm not desirable enough for it to be a realistic option. If I am to experience an open relationship, it's more likely that a girl I like happens to be poly, and I'm okay with it. I'll leave it here for today. To conclude, if I have an opportunity with a girl and she's poly, I'll go for it. Long term, who knows what will happen? I'll see. My default endgame I visualized was a normal monogamous relationship, but I'm open to different things. In a poly relationship, there would be challenges and emotionally taxing situations, but I'm up for it regardless. If it's someone I like, well, it's worth a try. See how it goes. I don't think that I'm likely to initiate a poly relationship myself though, maybe in specific situations. This video might need a part 2 one day. I probably haven't gone over all my thoughts on the topic, but I'm happy to end it here for now, although I guess I say that a lot these days. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you next time.